Hey guys, Lally here. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to avoid the three biggest pitfalls when it comes to hacking the LinkedIn algorithm and getting your posts found by more ideal clients. So point number one, when you come to this platform and you're trying to get more clients, it's important that we differentiate between followers and actual people who will buy from you. So there's this big misconception in the marketing world that if you're a person who gets lots of likes and lots of comments on your posts, that actually means you're more successful at business and you've probably got a lot of clients who are all willing to pay you a lot of money, right? Wrong, 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 wrong. Basically, people who have a lot of followers often don't really have a lot of clients. And a good example of this is a guy actually came to me who had, I think he had 40,000 followers. Maybe 50,000. I've only got 5,000, by the way. Well, he had 40 or 50,000, and whenever he made a post on the platform, it would instantly go viral. You know, within like an hour, he had thousands of likes on it, thousands of comments, and this was the same for every single one of his posts. And his reach was in the hundreds of thousands as well. And he said basically that no one was actually interested in his business. He wasn't booking a single call with a potential clients. He wasn't actually getting any clients, full stop, but he had tons of fame on the platform. So this brings me to the conclusion that fame does not equal buyers, right? I've made posts before on LinkedIn where I've literally got maybe like 100 views and 1 like. And I've got 2 sales calls out of it, right? And so that post right there, compared to the guy who got thousands of likes and hundreds of comments and like 250,000 views, who didn't get a single person booking a call with him, shows like the difference in positioning when you're putting your content out there. So that's point number one. Point number two is people actually have a tendency to only write about things they think are interesting rather than actually focusing on what their clients think is interesting, right? And I see tons of people, they'll talk about like themselves, they'll talk about like, like about them, like about their career and things like this. And honestly, people just don't really care unless it's about them. And how do you get into the heads of your clients? Well, you can do extensive customer research, right? I've got literally documents which have the hopes, the fears, the dreams of my ideal client base. And when I want to make content, I just actually look in those and basically draw a few points from them that I'm going to talk about today. And basically, when a person reads about themselves and they can read about their in-depth thoughts, which is being spoken about by another person, then it's very interesting to read. It's kind of like why people do personality tests, right? They love reading about themselves. So a good example of this is I've made a post here in my industry, and people really, really struggle with charging fair prices. And so I made a post here about if you aren't charging, a good price for your service, you're basically doing a disservice to yourself, but not only to yourself, to your client as well. And people love to read this. I got loads of comments from people, and I got a few people reaching out to me about my service from this post as well. Now, how did I get this customer research? Well, basically, I spoke to an awful lot of people on the phone throughout my career, and I've learned about like what is their biggest challenges, where do they want to go with their career, and where do they want to go with their business and things like this. And from this, I've then noted it down, which has showed me some of their pain points. One of their pain points being, are they charging a fair price for their clients as well? So when you create content that your audience really, really wants to read, the LinkedIn algorithm will show that people are actually reading this and spending good amounts of time on this, and it will end up serving your post to more and more people, right? And on the back of this, LinkedIn has something called dwell time. That's what their algorithm is called. It's called dwell time. It's not based on people who jump on it on your post and just like it and comment on it without reading it. It's based on how long people actually spend on your post, determines the quality of your post to the LinkedIn algorithm, which then shows LinkedIn if people are spending a long time actually reading your post and maybe going through the comments and things, that it's going to show it to more people because it knows it's a successful post that people actually like. And that's, in summary, how dwell time works. LinkedIn brought out dwell time because people used to just enter engagement pods and actually just get a bunch of their friends to like and comment on their posts as soon as they released it, which would then show the algorithm that it was actually a popular post, when in actual fact, maybe the content wasn't very good at all. So basically, LinkedIn changed over to dwell time. So they now judge the quality of the post depending on how long a person spends on the post as well. So you want to be creating content that's so interesting to your potential clients that they actually end up staying on your post a little while to at least read it and read it through. So that is point number 2 right there. Point number 3 is all of these points are absolutely useless unless you have the right audience of people in your network that actually like and resonate with what you are posting about, right? So if, for instance, I'm helping business owners who predominantly offer a service or predominantly offer like coaching or like they sell products and things like this. So in my network, I have a bunch of people who all do that, right? Whereas if in my network, I had a bunch of people who worked, I don't know, for like charities and things like that, like these posts just wouldn't resonate with them at all. So you need that audience that can then resonate with your post, that will then read your post for longer, that will then not just become followers, but will also become buyers because the stuff you're releasing to them is very, very interesting and actually helps them significantly with what it is they are trying to do. And when you can write a piece of content which has a first line which acts as a hook to get people to read more, this is a great start to stop somebody in the path who's just scrolling down their newsfeed and actually gets them to come over and check what your post is actually about. So we can see this one here. It says, are you charging a fair price that empowers you and your client? So this is aimed at a very specific audience. Remember, we've covered audience. It's also something from customer research they actually want to know about. And when I've asked a question like this, my ideal clients are going to read this and be like, I want to read more about this because I don't know if I am charging a fair price that empowers me and my client. So then they've clicked into it and essentially then they've read more, and then this post went a bit viral, which is then in turn shown it to more people. And that is basically how the LinkedIn algorithm works. So I actually have full video breakdowns on how to create a LinkedIn profile and how to actually get more leads through Sales Navigator, which I will link at the end of this video. But I hope this video helped, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought. And also, I have got some free training of how to get leads off of LinkedIn. I will include that in the comments below this video. Have a great day, guys. Take care.